Hello and welcome to SCLC TV. I'm your host, Maynard Eaton, and of course our president and CEO, Dr. Charles Steele Jr. This week we talk about Las Vegas has declared war on poverty and a historic election in the city of Montgomery. Dr. Steele, I imagine this will hit you the wrong way. A war on poverty. Homeless people have been declared criminals in the city of Las Vegas.
Absolutely. It is very criminal in terms of the approach that we are currently observing what's taking place in Las Vegas in terms of poor people. And again, Mr. Eden, people are not sensitive and really don't care about those who are less fortunate than others.
But criminalizing not having a home or sleeping on the street?
What the issue of today is those with power, with money, with wealth are really criminalizing the fact that you are poor. It's an attack upon those who are less fortunate than others, those who are not as strong as others. As Dr. King say, America is too rich to have any poverty. People don't care and refuse to share with others because of greed. And at some point, America has to address and discuss and have a debate and a conversation about this type of mindset.
Well, speaking of debates, next week, a week from today, the Democratic presidential candidates will be here in Atlanta. We haven't heard much from them about poverty or poor people.
We haven't heard anything from the Democratic debate, let alone talking about other parties and other politicians. Nobody's talking about those who are walking around us every day as we walk in our building, step over to get in our building. People are sleeping in front of SCLC on our stairwells. We, as you know, Maynard, try to give some incentive to them for those who are less fortunate than others. Build a relationship with people like that. That's what we have done. That's what I've done. When I walk out, they know me. And we feed them when we can. But we can't take this project on as individuals, as an organization, by ourselves. We must have first the government to come in and rescue these people. Not to understand or realize that one day, you better be careful how you treat those folks. You could be out there yourself.
Do you think it is a national political issue?
It's always a political issue dealing with poor people. The government doesn't care. Dr. King fought the government. The government was a part of many things in terms of the obstacles that got in his way. It was set up, buy out, sold out, people who didn't want to help poor folks. We are not going away. We're going to help those who are poor and poverty-stricken.
And you'll be there next week to talk about that, or at least raise that issue, will you not?
I will do all I can to get in the House at Tyler Perry at the Democratic Convention. We're going to make sure we get there. And Maynard, we're also working on a scenario to try after the first of the year to have our own debate.
You are an Alabama native. You know Alabama politics as well as anybody. History made this week in the city of Montgomery, the election of Mayor Steve Reed.
Stephen Reed, who came to visit with me, and I know his family, good family, came to visit with me when I became president and CEO of SCLC. Yeah. Stephen came over with a couple other people from Montgomery and said, Charles, I just want you to know I'm here and I support you. And he spent the whole day and we went out to lunch. I'm so thankful and proud that he'll be very successful at that helm because, as you know, Montgomery has always been recognized and was realistically through the facts of history. The historicity is the cradle of the Confederacy.
But does this mark a turning point for the city of its first black mayor?
Absolutely. With Stephen being elected, some are saying it's very similar because it was the cradle of the Confederacy until he got elected. Now he can change that imagery. That was the White House of the South, of the Confederacy, Montgomery, Alabama. So with him having the ability and the history, don't forget, Mr. Eden, he was probate judge before he became mayor. Stephen Reed, God bless you.
A new day in the Deep South. Stephen Reed, a new mayor. This, of course, is our president, Dr. Charles Steele, a new emerging leader in America. I'm Maynard Eaton. See you next week.